Hey guys, it's Ogman and welcome back to Raft. Raising the anchor here, and we're about to set sail away from the big boat here. What is it? Vazigutan? I'm sure there's a way to say that, but um, I am horrible at pronunciation. So this episode, I know it's late, which I'll address next, but the first thing I want to address is we're learning steering wheel and engine there. We're going to start making the steering wheel here in a second. But the first thing I want to address is if it seems a little disjointed, that is because it is. When I recorded the episode, my voiceover didn't record, so I'm actually doing this after the fact. So you have to forgive me if it seems more like I'm reacting than talking as I'm doing things. So right now I'm just getting supplies. Um, but yeah, so the original plan, once I figured out that the audio didn't record, which I test it every time I record it to make sure it's recording. So we're getting rid of the sail right now. We're gonna put the steering wheel down, but for whatever reason it didn't record. So I think it might be there's a button on the microphone. I think it might have gotten pushed, which like turns the microphone on and off. But anyway, that's for my problems to figure out. But so now we got the steering wheel set here on the boat, so we're going to start. What this allows us to do, which we're doing right now, is turn the boat and face in certain directions. So I'm just turning it so it's facing the way we're drifting here, and that's because that's how I set the nets to be. Now I know everything coming down the middle is going to get missed by the nets, but that's okay. The nets on the side I think are good enough. But so that's the first point is I lost the voiceover, so I'm just doing it after the fact. And it's just we did too many. I was gonna say we did too many things. It's more we built too much stuff. Yes, it would take me 2 seconds to show you guys afterwards, but I figure, you know, let you guys see me build this stuff. Now the other thing, so now we're gonna go and grab a couple barrels as the shark destroys part of the raft, and I realized it too late. But the other thing is the day this is being released. I know I missed a few days, and it's just, you know, basically life got in the way. This is the way. I've mentioned before, this isn't. I'm doing this as a hobby, and not to say I don't care. That's not it at all. It's just with life catches up to you. So we're gonna build the engines now, real quick. But life catches up to you, and you got school, you got work, all kinds of other things going on. So I will try to, stick to the schedule I had set forth before, which is every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Satisfactory on Saturday night. But unfortunately, what'll happen is if I get crazy stuff happening, you know, I said this is a hobby, so it has to kind of take a back seat, unfortunately. So right now we're just making the circuit boards here. So what I wound up doing too, because of my previous playthroughs, I needed 2 engines. Because I don't know if I showed off or not, but each engine can move 100 raft pieces. And, oh, excuse me, I'll have to do the math on it. But, excuse me. But my raft is actually under 100 pieces because one engine was able to move it. Yeah, so now we're going past an island. I'm going to continue to harvest those islands. Oh yeah, This is my trash cube I made from throwing in extra resources. But I'm gonna continue to see here. I'm trying to, oh, as I fall off, I'm trying to gauge the size of the engine, but it like isn't placing right. And of course, then I throw it on the ground. Oh, excuse me. Sorry for the yawning. And then I put that in the wrong orientation, which kills me on the inside. But then I go and I change it. Yeah, so there, I haven't been cooking the vegetables anymore. I've just been getting so much food from other sources that, oh, throwing the hammer, that the vegetables I just make into the vegetable stew now, just automatically. But yeah, so right now we're building the platform out for the engines to sit on. I remembered that they were, I believe they were three by one, and then like they have another 3x1 that has to sit in the water. I just know that from previous. Oh my god, I don't know why I'm so tired. Sorry, everyone. Posting the video late. I'm yawning. It's just terrible. No wonder. Which yeah, I won't say that. Oh, that's mean to myself. But yeah. So I remember they were 3x1, so that's just how I made it. I think once I finally get this one, I can get a sense of how big it is. Yeah, because what's happening there, it's placing where that like jug thing with the little gauge and the spigot is. So yeah, so I know it can fit on a 3 wide. So ran out of wood again. But yeah, so like I said, sorry if it's disjointed. I'm recording this after the fact. And sorry that it's so late, it's just life. So now I realize too, the reason that won't go up is because of this railing here. Because I guess the railing counts as like a wall or like an extension out. So now we're going to get that down. What's weird too is like, yeah, see, look, the shark immediately. Oh yeah, I fell off. I got really nervous with that because I thought it was gonna destroy the engine like right as we placed it down, and I was just thinking like, oh come on, you gotta be kidding me. But yeah, so there's my solution. As I know they're kind of precarious on the edge here, and like far away that they would be targets for the shark. So that's when I decided that see, look on the side there under that oil barrel it says like one wheel equals 100 boxes. That's saying that one engine can move 100 raft pieces. Yeah, just I wasn't paying attention to my food and hunger. But so yeah, I found a raw potato, so stew time. But yeah, so see, it's a lot. I'm noticing because the people I watch, they've done this too, where they lost their audio. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm reinforcing all the pieces that the engines are under. I'm still not sure if the shark can damage the ones that are armored. Because I remember a while ago there was like, they made it so that the shark couldn't, but then like people were grinding out and making their entire raft armored, and then they were upset that like the shark became not a threat. So then the shark was able to go like interiors and then start attacking armored ones. So I don't know what they ultimately landed upon. I'm hoping that if you just armor the entire raft, the shark can't damage it. I know that makes gets rid of the threat of the shark, but like the amount of resources and grind it takes to do that, I think justifies it. You know, it's almost like at the end of a game or any type of game really where they make something like insanely expensive and and this is just the essentially just someone grinding out something really expensive. You shouldn't punish them just because it makes them overpowered for, you know, if they put the time in, then they should get it. Okay, so now there's a. I actually didn't even notice it, but there's a quick cut. This is something else I did. Is I made 3 more tree planters. What I was hoping to do up here was have like the 4 of them and have railings around the side, but like they're so big that I can't do that. I don't think. And have like a little walkway between them. So I just made them into a square. But now we can plant multiple trees and get, you know, have a pretty steady stream of wood and wood, rope. If we do some of the food trees, we get like mangoes and stuff. So I'm just showing you guys that. But I know I get sidetracked a lot, but to get back to what I was saying about, like, I've heard some of my the people I watch have to do this before, and it's funny because you don't realize how different it is, like recording voiceover after the fact versus as you're doing it. But just, you know, something that unfortunately I'll probably have to do in the future, but I'll do my best to avoid doing. But yeah, and then I found like you get stuck in the trees. But so now we're about to start. Yeah, see that cup was a little, you know, that transition was a little bit more noticeable. I start by throwing my glass on the ground like that. But I'm going to start putting up a whole bunch of decorations. This is what I'm doing now. This was the other reason why I decided not to just scrap the episode. Because there's going to be a whole bunch of like new stuff. Yeah, I like these lanterns, so I built more lanterns. And yeah, just kind of make it a little more like of a thing. You know, like a lived-in thing. And so far, I haven't had the shark attack the armored areas. That doesn't mean he can't, but I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, so we got those lanterns up, so that's all nice and lit up. What else did we make here? Oh, I give myself some motivation, I remember that. I actually don't... I'm not going to get rid of it, but I don't really like the one that I made. I was thinking about it afterwards, like... I have to make some more of these motivational things. Yeah, my stockpile of like scrap and... What's really low? Wood, scrap, and metals. Yeah, see, I don't like the way it's like blocks on a shelf. I wish it was like more what the other ones. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. I appreciated the pun. It was pretty lame, but I appreciate lame puns. So yeah, I'm just looking for a place to put it at the moment. But yeah, so what else happened? You see the engine's going later. I don't know if I included it or not. This is the other thing I was trying to avoid. It's being like, oh, did I put this in or not? But I'll say it now. I put the engines on and start heading towards the next island, which is Balboa. Which, that one I know the name of because it's, you know, it's important. And I've heard it pronounced, where the other one I really haven't. Yeah, so I'm just putting like some random decorations now. But, So I start heading towards the signal, not realizing that the boat signal's still there, so I wound up just going in a giant circle. But I promise in the next episode we will be at the next island. Because I felt like because I stayed on for like another like 20 minutes of uh, motoring around, only to end up right back where I started. Yeah, I was thinking about making a couch, but oh, excuse me. But the amount of room there's not enough room for a couch. So what I did instead is I just made myself a nice little lounge chair. You know, put it right next to the bookshelf. And then, the next thing I thought is I need something to read. I'll throw up some books here. Which would be cool if they, I don't, I don't remember. I didn't see any titles, and none stuck out to me. It'd be cool if they put like some Easter eggs in the books. You know, maybe shout out to some like YouTubers or something that have been recording this or. Yep. Now the shark's attacking. This one I heard, but I got confused where it was, and then I fell and got stuck here on the head. So that shark head actually got its revenge because I was unable to jump past it to fix it or to stop the shark from attacking this one. So that it means just using more resources to build it back, which that that which I could not defend. Oh my god. So in the never-ending saga, I know I mentioned it and you've heard it already, but the apparently never-ending saga of my cough, it's slowly as maybe not even humanly possible. It's fading, but it still won't go away. So I made the painting with the red paint, and it turned out to be appropriate that it's a shark breaking the raft, which I know also well. Yeah, I was kind of struck by how close these two islands were. You could see that big one on the right side and the small one on the left. Or I should say the small one on the port side and the big one on the starboard side to be nautically appropriate, as it were. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I saw this on the intro screen where they show off like other people's raft. I like the globe, and you can see it's just water. Yes, I'm just kind of still looking for stuff. This was something I pointed out too. I like well, as I'm dying of dehydration here, I like the aesthetic of the scrap. Like I know I made the main raft like the solid wood kind of stuff, but I like the aesthetic of the more scrap furniture, where it looks like just random pieces thrown together. So that's why when it came to the clock, I picked this one. And I think the clock's good for helps you determine wow, that was almost said it helps you determine what time it is, but it kind of helps you figure out how much sun you have, really. So yeah, I'm just thinking of, if there was any other small furniture or stuff. That's what I gotta do. I didn't make any flags, but I should make some flags. Now I'm making rugs to make the floor look a little bit nicer. Oh yeah, and I was shocked. I didn't get a single thing of the palm leaves. They were all on this side, apparently. nice big rug made, which is actually, funny enough, I need to get one for my room in real life, because I have hardwood floors, but they were all, they need to be resurfaced. So, until I can get that done, I mean, even probably after, I'll just have like a small area rug. Yeah, so at this point, I'm just kind of looking to see what else we got. We got curtains, which I may make, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there's a couple more things I want to... That open book I may make, probably some trophy stands would be nice. I could put some more stuff up on the walls. But, yeah, I think that's about it as far as what I did decoration-wise. As you can kind of see, it actually looks more like a place now rather than just a box. It looks like a room. So now we're going to put the coordinates in for Balboa Island. And I can show you my mistake. So for that, we just got to switch the numbers. Is it 0680, I think is the number. 670. So Balboa Island's the one with the square around it. I started heading to just the other blue dot. And like I said, I didn't realize it, but that is where we came from. So, I'm going to turn on the engines here. I think this is about when I realized, oh, I only need one. But I'm still going to put two on anyway, it looks cooler. Got our shark eating our raft some more. So throw that back together. So yes, now that we have the engines, we can actually like go towards where we want to go, which is nice, rather than just drift and have to use the sail. Because what I was running into the problem with the, I don't know if I mentioned it, getting on the last POI, the boat with the weird name that starts with the V. The current was pushing us away from it at a certain point, so I actually had to make a paddle to get close enough that I could just jump off. But yeah, so got the engines chugging. We're headed in the wrong direction, but we'll come back to Balboa Island in the next episode, even though, like I said, at this point I'm heading in the wrong direction. But yeah. I guess I need to be heading southeast, not north. If that's compass directions, which it's not. But I will see everyone later.